Ratchet & Clank a Rift Apart walkthrough. So I mentioned that this video has some lengthy cutscenes, and it does in comparison to some of the other videos, but not long enough that I'm not going to be talking. But this is also pretty much robot boss fight the video, so be prepared to kill 2 robot bosses in this part of the level. And we're also going to have to deal with a ton of these robots that are sitting on these sitting on those drop ships or those floating ships, whatever they are, the sky ships, and I think we're going to have to deal with 2 waves of them, and they're going to jump down onto this platform that we're at, but we can destroy the ship while a lot of them are still on it, and if you destroy all the robots that are on it, I think the ship then goes down. And we just have to knock them off. I don't think we have to actually kill them, so the Negation Collider is super useful for this. And one of the ships is already down, and I'm going to try to keep my ammo somewhat high. And then we're going to go back over, finish that guy off, and there goes that ship. No problem. So the first boss we're going to end up fighting once all this is over, I believe is named Wee Rogers. So we'll verify that once we get there. And we're just going to let this ship come on down, and I think we actually jump on this ship and... no, we don't. Okay, never mind. Once that ship's blown up, then we should have something that comes down that lets us get to Wee Rogers, unless we fight him here. I guess over this way. There we go. Okay, so if I was paying more attention to where the ship went down, I probably would have seen it. But anyway, we're just going to jump onto the yo-yo air, I forgot what those things are called, fancy circle grapple point, and then we're going to get tossed onto this ship. Okay, so this is where the first boss will eventually spawn. And we're going to see ships like this a few more times too, so get used to the layout. They're pretty cool though. I kind of like this as an arena. I don't know what it is with boats and like old pirate ships. They're just cool, aren't they? Like they never get old. We are going to get swarmed with a lot of the melee pirates, so if you have Enforcer ammo, that's not a bad option. I'm kind of trying to get my Ricochet leveled up, that's why I'm using it right now. But I just hate the Ricochet, and I did get it leveled up. I don't think I ever show it in a video, but I did eventually get the Ricochet leveled up. And I still hate the Ricochet. It's my least favorite weapon in this game. It just feels like you have to fight the controller, you have no ammo, and it just doesn't do fast enough damage. Yeah. We also have the Drill Hound now. That was a new weapon that I bought, and the Drill Hound is a pretty cool one. It's explosive, it's like a homing rocket, and I'm using it incorrectly now because I don't know how to use it, but you aim it at someone, and a Drill Hound jumps out, burrows through the ground, and then attacks your enemy. So it's a pretty cool weapon. I do like it a lot. I'm just really using it super badly. I think I missed like 5 of those 8 bullets that I had on that thing. Anyway, it's never a bad idea to waste all the ammo of your weakest weapons just so you can eventually get them ranked up. And once we are finally done with killing some of these robots, which is kind of strange, a lot of these robots seem like they should be doing a lot more damage to me, but they are just missing tons and tons of hits. Okay, and Topiary Sprinkler is going to help out a lot there. Hopefully it'll still be good enough to reach over to those guys. It looks like I'm just going to toss some new sprinklers over to them. And I'm all out of Enforcer ammo, which is really useful against these guys. And I'm just going to shock them to death, and then we'll have to do it again to 2 more of them. So this guy is not facing me for some reason, and I still am not really able to hit him, so I wasted all of my ammo on him. And I guess I wanted to try to melee him to death. I always forget the Ratchet is a weapon, like it is a viable weapon to use. It's just that you end up taking a lot of damage. So on the hardest difficulty, I don't think it's super useful, but especially on the lower difficulties, if you're out of ammo, use your Ratchet. It is a good weapon.
Are you getting tired, Rivet? Perhaps you would like a new death partner!
Alright, there we go. Wee Roger finally spawning and showing himself, and he's going to be the first of 2 bosses inside of this video. So he's just a Juggernaut, and I kind of wish that they could have given him some variety of any kind, but nope, he is a Juggernaut. He has the exact same moves. He will jump at you, he will smash the ground, he will throw some somewhat homing missiles in at you, and sometimes it'll be like one, like he did to me a few seconds ago, or he'll send a whole bunch. And then of course there's going to be a lot of the weaker enemies that are going to spawn, and they are just something that you kind of need to keep in the back of your head. Try not to get too overwhelmed by them, and they're not really too big of a deal. And once this guy is defeated, there's going to be some cutscenes and then another boss fight, so I don't really know what else to say with him. We've seen him like 6 times already, so I will be back in a few minutes.
This is what they get for trying to steal what is ours.
What's yours? Huh.
It'd be a fool's quest to look for the fixer. I shall save me the trouble. Bombs ahoy! Come here, Shockbeam.
We'll wear him down.
You're not going to stop me!
That'll leave another cool star.
Halt my hearties! Our command ship is lost! Destroy it now! Will it be the expenses? Are ye sure?
I suggest we abandon ship.
Suggestion noted. Nice one, Bolts. Whew. I'd be happy if I never saw a pirate again. Now,
Alright, we've had some of our progress undone, but nothing we can't handle. I think we ended up going back to the town briefly, and now we're back over here, and we're just going to be looking at the next direction we need to be going so we can try to get to the next boss fight. So there's going to be a little bit more fighting of the robots and then the boss, and then there's just going to be a pretty long cutscene deal before we finally end up meeting the Fixer. And I think that's all we're doing on this planet. I think once this video's over, we're done with Torren 4. So I might be wrong there, but either way, we're getting close. So we're going to warp our way, I don't know if warp's the right word, slingshot our way on over here. And this is where we're going to find the not-so-wee Roger boss, so that guy right there. And he's going to chuck weapons and all kinds of nasty things toward us while we end up fighting a lot of his friends. And we just need to deal with this like we've dealt with all the other robots in this planet. And it's just with the missile, the shield guys, try to get behind them. And then try to work your way constantly toward the not-so-wee Roger direction, and just kind of keep aware that he is always going to be shooting at you. So, as always, in any Ratchet & Clank game, don't stop moving. And if you stop moving, then expect to die. And Topiary Sprinkler, again, super useful for these stupid shield guys. And then I got blasted by some of those mines. I think the worst thing about the Rogers attacks is that he does send out like a big cannonball and then it explodes in a bunch of mines that cover an area. So you're really not safe unless you're very aware of where he's shooting stuff and where everyone else is shooting. And it's maybe my one little complaint with this game is that it's just so detailed, the areas are so big, you know, there's so much room on the screen now compared to 20 years ago that it's kind of hard trying to keep track of everything. Like, where did those guys come from? I have no idea. So it's really not too big of a deal, but it it does get a little bit frustrating when you're taking damage from absolutely thin air. And on a video, it's probably easy to point out what's hitting me, but when you're the one playing it, it's a little bit different just because you're not paying attention, stress-free to everything that's going on the screen, you know. That being said, though, the game's still not super difficult. It can just get a little annoying from time to time. And once we defeat those waves of enemies, I'm going to come on over to pretty much what looks like a gangplank and try to not get hit because I wanted some of that health. And then we're going to jump on over to this platform, not the platform, this arena, I'm going to call it. And then there's going to be not-so-wee Rogers. So Yet again, he's a Juggernaut boss, and that's about all there is to say about him. So that'll be it for me in this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
I be honored to blaspheme myself. Your scraggly neck will pester Pierre no more. Your tail will be a fine swab for our guest. Finally, a word the opponent.
What if the fate? How exactly will we fix the fixer?
I guess we have to turn him on first.
Was he turned off because he was broken?
Huh. This must be the fixer's on switch. Hello? Are you, okay?
No, I am broken, as is everything. Nothing can be fixed.
Oh my.
At least the pirates are taken care of.
Please focus on the grinding.
He's bringing the whole place down.
Junk ahead.
Fixing is a vague and fleeting measure. Destruction is our natural state.
What is he, the breaker now?
I see a fellow broken one. You must accept your brokenness.
Is he talking about me?
Because of your arm? Don't listen to him, Bolts. If you're broken, so am I. And I think we're pretty awesome. You have any ideas? Because I'm having a hard time thinking while running away from a giant homicidal robot!
I am working on it.
Mine's collapsed. Great.
Men wish to enlighten, but I am not deserving of enlightenment. I have no wisdom.
Wisdom. I may have an idea.
I'm all ears.
I am broken. I cannot fix. I cannot be fixed.
Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall!
Oh dear.
Can everything stop falling apart, please?
No. improvising. I may be different than I was, but you helped me realize I am still Clank.
I am quite relieved. When the Bullards asked me to protect them, it opened my eyes to a great many broken things. So very many.
And you became distressed.
But being able to fix another, to see that all is not lost. How can I ever repay you both?
Can you fix this? Thank you.
You just gave an old giant robot the gift of hope. It should be I who is thanking you.